When we first started Heavy the Sword, we always knew we were going to do a third-person action-adventure combat game. The combat system is really an expression of the player, and it's just a tool set for the player to use in the game. The real difficulties with so many opponents is really controlling the enemies themselves. It's very hard to gauge how much structure you actually need to place in the enemies to provide a decent gaming experience, and actually staging the fights in such a way where we can deliver the gameplay in a playable sense and a meaningful sense and in a fun way. That's the biggest challenge, really. The core feature of our combat system is the 3 stances that the Heavy Sword can take. The standard stance, what we call the speed stance, is a twin sword stance where the player is very fast and very agile and can block very fast attacks. The second stance, if the player holds down R1, is the power stance. This is a much more slow and powerful stance, but in this stance the player can block automatically the more powerful attacks of the enemies. And the third stance is what we call the range stance, where the swords drop onto chains, and it's quite a fast stance, but it allows you greater coverage and multiple character combat. You're able to hit multiple people at the same time, but the problem with this stance is you can't block at all. Trying to tune and produce a combat system which responds in a way that the player would expect it to do and do what the player needs it to do in the situations that they need is a bit of a balancing act.